I also want to bring this out too. Between March and April, there has been a lot of mass killings. Okay, there has been a lot of that. A lot of people have been talking about why is there so many mass killings. You know, 50 people. 50 people have died in 8 shootings since March 13th. That is ridiculous. And a lot of people are having conspiracy theories that this might be some Trump supporters that's going around shooting because they're trying to prove a point that Joe Biden. I've been hearing a whole lot of crazy stuff that Joe Biden is not a good president. And what a lot of people are saying is that it's kind of funny that all this is happening with Joe Biden. And I keep trying to tell people that, you know, even though 2020 was bad, but those same bad people that made 2020 bad are over here in 2021. So you got to keep it 100. Let me keep it with y'all 100. Those same people, listen to me, that was in 2020 are over here in 2021. Okay? They didn't went nowhere. Half of them came out over here with their hateful ass. Yes, I said it just like how the way I said it. They came over here with their hateful ass over here to 2021. So I just want you guys to be careful while y'all out here. You young guys out here of color, y'all need to be careful. Okay? Just want to let you guys know that y'all need to be careful. Everybody needs to be careful. Y'all need to observe your surroundings. I would not roam at night, especially, but I would try to be in pairs, okay? And look around and observe your surroundings because there's a lot of shooting going on lately. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl here, MJ's Nia. Welcome to the channel. Now, I just want to say this briefly that this is social media. What I do on here, what we all do, we express our feelings, our thoughts, and ideals and opinions. It's just my opinion. I'm not trying to change yours. If you don't like what I say, well, maybe I'm not the YouTuber for you to watch. Maybe you need to go find somebody else. But anyway, yes, we're going to be talking about Dwight Wright, and I believe the Dwight was stopped for something else. You know how you get stopped by a cop and you have like a light out in your back of your vehicle, and then they find something else wrong, and then they find something else. That's what happened with this case. They found out that, by looking up his driver's license, he had a warrant out for his arrest for missing out on a court case. All right, so I want to say this. According to Newsweek, I did a fact check, and it was saying that was Daunte's Wright's arrest warrant sent to the wrong address. So basically, down here it says that he was pulled over. Like, I don't know if you guys know. He was pulled over for an expired license. And so what happened was, I guess one of the cops went and, they checked to see if he had anything further. Okay, so it says Dwight Wright had a warrant out for his arrest because the notice for the Zoom hearing was sent to the wrong address. Yep, you got it right. They sent the notice of the hearing to the wrong address, and then they issued a warrant for his arrest, and now he's dead. So no warrants issued for Wright's in the facts was, no warrants were issued for Wright in their aggravated robbery case, according to court records. The warrant was related to a separate case in which Wright was charged with carrying a pistol without a permit and fleeing a peace officer. Excuse me. A notice for hearing in the case on April 2nd was uploaded on March 4th. No return mail was listed in the case. So it was a gross misdemeanor warrant for Wright's arrest on April the 2nd after he missed the 2:30 p.m. Zoom hearing. Although other office official records show Wright's middle name as Demetrius, Newsweek confirmed that state of Minnesota versus Demetrius Wright pertains to the same person with the same date of birth and address. So that's just to give you an idea. I'm gonna put a link down below just to give you an idea of the case, because a lot of people didn't know why he was stopped and why it escalated. Now you have a reason as to why it escalated. It's sad that he had a gross misdemeanor on him and he didn't know anything about it. And like I stated earlier, like, we got to be careful when we out and about, and we need to be, and like my mom stated, especially if you're black, you need to check your record. You need to check and see if you go into courts, even if you are not. I'm gonna bring out later on, even if you think that, He had a gross misdemeanor, but no, there are different type of misdemeanors. You can get a misdemeanor for not misdemeanor, but you can get a warrant for not just showing up to the case for a ticket, for a ticket that you got by a cop. If you don't show up to the court, that's a warrant for your arrest. So keep that in mind. It's small things too you can get a warrant for. All right, so back to the original video. And but for some reason the the letter of the court went to another wrong address. Yes, people, things like this happen. I'm gonna tell you after I explain the warrant to you guys. So arrest warrant and a bench warrant are not one and the same. An arrest warrant is issued by a judge for an arrest of a person that has committed a crime. A bench warrant is issued by a judge for the arrest of a person because they failed to appear at a required court hearing. A bench warrant allows law enforcement officials the ability to arrest the suspect at their residence, their place of work, or anywhere else they are cited. This happened with someone I know very closely. It's a family member. They didn't know they had a bench warrant. People, I've heard people say that he thought that a lot of people don't. It was kind of weird to me that a lot of people didn't know or didn't understand a bench warrant or a warrant, and people were like, "Oh yeah, he know he had a warrant." It depends if he had a warrant where he did a rape case or murder, theft, etc., like a real bad crime, like a really, really, really bad crime. That warrant, yes, he would know. But a bench warrant is totally different. If you miss a court day, you're not gonna know that. Trust me, a lot of this happening. I'm telling you right now that the person I know, my family member, they were at a place and they missed their train because the person was I think the person at Amtrak. To make a story short, she got in an argument with the person at Amtrak. The person called the police on them, even though they didn't fight. They just had got in an argument. The policeman took my family member's ID. They ran it, and then they come back and tell them, said, "You have a bench warrant." She was like, "Give me a bench warrant." "I don't have no bench warrant." She was locked up. They locked her up, took her to jail for the bench warrant, not because she was arguing with the Amtrak person, because she had a bench warrant. And the person who called on her, I believe, was an Asian person who was working at Amtrak. Person, well, my family member is black, so I just want to let you guys know that because there's a whole lot of stop the Asian hate thing going on as well. And that's another example of why black people don't want to stand with Asian people. So that's another example. I'm not against it. I'm just explaining to you why a lot of black folks, doesn't want to stand with Asian people. Go watch that video. Okay, that I made. Going back to the story. So basically, this family member of mine went to jail. We bailed her out, but we wanted to know, why did this happen? Why did she have a bench warrant? She went to court. She paid for the ticket. Yes, y'all, she got a bench warrant for not going to court. She went to the court. She paid for the ticket. Why did this happen? Because some person who's working in the office messed up her papers. So it looked like she never been to court. I'm letting you guys know that this right here with these warrants, this can happen to me. This can happen to you. You can get a bench warrant and you won't even know about it. Now, you might, oh my God, Nia. No. Yes, this really actually does happen where people get bench warrants. So what I'm saying is, this can be you in this predicament where you're in the car and you're like, oh my God, like I'm getting back in my car. Like he was just trying to get away. He's like, maybe he didn't know. Who knows? But we don't know if it's a bench warrant or it's a crime warrant. That's what I call it. Yeah, we don't know. So going to the tasers. All right. Cops said that they didn't know they pulled their taser. So I'm going to show you a video of them talking about cops. Normally, this is not the first time cops have done this, accidentally shooting people because they thought they grabbed their taser, but they grabbed their gun. So I'm going to play that for you.
Facing forward, that configuration on the duty belt is set up so that the dominant hand can reach over.
Ed Obiashi is a law enforcement expert and says the scenario that happened in Minnesota, although rare, has happened several times across the country. One of them in Sacramento in the early 2000s when a man was handcuffed in the back of a patrol car and the officer says he mistakenly shot the man.
Fortunately, the individual did survive, but there's a local home example.
Obiashi says mistaking a taser for a gun can happen to the most seasoned police officer.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to play a video, and it's going to basically explain to you, do cops really know the difference between a gun, and you notice I'm saying a gun on my right because I'm right-handed, and a taser. So pay attention to this. Did she accidentally did this? I have my headphones on because I was listening to the video because I want to make sure that I had the right video. Did she know that she was grabbing to the right or grabbing to the left? So this is very important. I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to come back again. We're going to briefly talk about it.
Dominant, not so dominant. Huge weight difference, guys. I don't understand how we can mistake a taser for a gun or a gun for a taser. If you're in the heat of the moment and you do something like that, you shouldn't be doing this job. Because nobody likes a bad cop more than a good cop. I can tell you that straight up. I'm not going to put my life on the line to try and, fix your stupidity and deal with, restoring the peace with my public that I serve just because of your stupid actions. It makes no sense. 99% of our job is communication. You don't got to be quick to pull out a gun or a taser on somebody and think everybody's a threat. Not everybody's a threat.
You hear that, right? Okay, so I was wondering this because I kept hearing people saying, how is she a cop and she doesn't understand this? But I played a video earlier before this one, and it was saying that cops make this mistake all the time, but they're not supposed to make the mistake. They're supposed to, if you are lefty, you're supposed to have your pistol over here and then your taser over here for your weaker hand, which my weaker hand would be a left. If I was a cop, my weaker hand would be the left hand. So that would be on my taser. My strong hand would have the pistol. So that would be on this side. Interesting. Very interesting. Now the next video is just giving you a brief understanding as to what's happening in Minneapolis. You got the court case, about George Floyd, and then all of this coming out. So I want to talk about that too, like all of this, all of this chaos going on right now.
For joining us, we're going to begin tonight with breaking news. The state of Minnesota is on edge and bracing for another night of protests after the police shooting of a black man just a few miles from where former officer Derek Chauvin is on trial for killing George Floyd. Well, tonight, the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul are under states of emergency, and the governor has imposed a 7 o'clock curfew for surrounding cities. Wright's death set off violent protests overnight, and as we come on the air, today's release of that body cam video is doing little to calm a community and a country already outraged by the killing of George Floyd.
Okay, it's kind of funny to me that they didn't have the same energy back in January. That's the funny part. They didn't have the same energy for those domestic terrorists. They pretty much went running into the White House. They made the White House look really, really easy to get in to all the people around the globe that hates America. They made it so easy, like, hey, if their own people can come in there and tear down the White House, we can do it too. But I don't see that same energy where they're using all this force, like all these, I think that's the National Guards that's out there. They got, curfew and all kind of stuff right there right now going on. They're so concerned about these stores getting tore up versus the White House. No, I'm saying the White House. I'm sorry. Did I say the White House? I'm sorry. The Capitol. That was the Capitol, right? Yeah, the Capitol. So it's just odd to me. I just want somebody to explain that to me, because it seemed like when black people do something, when they're protesting or whatever, we got to make sure that guns are drawn automatically. We got to have the National Guards out there, but y'all didn't have the same energy for the domestic terrorists at the beginning of this year, right? Okay. I want you guys to see that video, and I want to let you guys to keep in the back of your head how the way black people are treated versus the domestic terrorists, because that's what they are. I just want to say that to end that off, because I'm going over to the next video, to the next part of this video. I want you guys to pay attention to all of this about the warrants, about the taser, about the warrants and about the taser, and about how black people get treated in different scenarios versus white people. Keep that in mind. Now, the next video I'm gonna show is a black guy who's walking in his neighborhood, literally walking in his neighborhood. And apparently I was trying to look and see, I was looking, let me know if he was assaulted. I wanted to see if the guy actually, I guess the guy pushed him and that was it. I wanted to see if he actually hit him, like, you know, but I guess the cops didn't do anything to the guy. So let me show you the video.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting. You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes. Then we won't have to get the report by ourselves.
What is it you're doing here?
Walking.
Then walk.
Okay, that's what I was doing. She came out of house. Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go. Walk away.
Keep walking.
Walk away. I already walked away. Walk away right now. You need help?
You got this on camera.
I'm happy to help you. I didn't hit you. There's a difference between pushing
you. Were the aggressor, buddy.
You're aggressing on their neighborhood.
Someone came running. Walk back.
You better walk away. You walk away. You're talking to my wife right now.
That's your wife?
Walk away.
I didn't do
Walk away.
Your wife to speak.
Check it out. You do walk away, or I'm going to carry your ass out of here.
Dude, if you touch
What do you want to do?
You better not touch me.
Or what? What are you going to do?
You up on me.
Let's go. Walk away.
I didn't do anything.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I do anything to her.
You better start walking right now.
You come after me like that?
I ain't coming after you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out. Get out. Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
Walk me home? Well, you bet. You want to bet what I can do?
I live here, sir.
Okay, right now you're harassing the neighborhood.
I'm not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood I live in, sir.
Where? Check it out. We are a tight-knit community. Okay. We take care of each other. A hell of a lot longer than your ass, because I have never seen you before in my life.
How long have you been living here?
Why does that even matter to you?
How long have you been living here?
It doesn't matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face. Get out of my face.
You walked up to me.
Check it out, motherfucker. I ain't playing with you. You either get your ass moving, or I'm going to move you.
You smell drunk.
You want to bet?
You are drunk.
I'm about to show you what I can do.
I would suggest
you better walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm walking. You keep following me, sir.
There's only one way out of here. It's right over there.
There's multiple ways out of here, sir.
You want to bet? Walk away.
I've been here before. This whole subdivision.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, you've been harassing us for a while now.
Nobody knows you, sir. I don't even know your name.
Well, get to know me, because this is who I am.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
What's your name?
You don't
walk away.
But
Get out of here. Officer of the law?
I'm about to throw you out.
You can't.
You want a belt? I can do a hell of a lot more than you think I can. Just move along.
Sir, you're acting like a child. Move on. Come on. You picked a fight with some random young lady that's one of our neighbors. Get out of here.
Then walk.
Nobody picked a fight when someone ran up.
All I heard was you fighting and her
away.
defending herself.
Fighting what?
Hey, come on. What's your name? Come on, yo.
Alright, so you saw the video, right? Yet again, being black and you're walking through your own neighborhood. I think us black people, we really do need to get our own dang on neighborhood out in the country. I don't know if you guys know this, but they were saying that a lot of us black people, we need to move back out to the countryside. There's a lot of open space out here and we need to buy it. And I've actually been thinking about it. You know, say stop trying to be in their neighborhood. Let's go form our own neighborhoods and stuff like that. Very good idea. I thought that was a very good idea to move out to the country and just, you know, buy some land and, you know, start your own place. I thought that was really nice. I'm actually thinking about getting a trailer and buying some land with it. We actually talked to some real estate agents about it. And they thought that, wow, so we were surprised that people were still thinking about coming buying trailers from us. It's been low lately. A lot of people want to go rent houses and stuff and rent to own. I really don't want to do the houses, but I'm giving you guys an example as us black folks, we trying to live around white people. I'm really done with that. Like, I'm living around a whole bunch of white folks. I think me and my brothers are the only dots here. Let me tell you how I got in this situation. I was in another home, but that home had a lot of damages, a lot of issues with it. So the person who I was renting from put me in this house. We're around a whole bunch of white folks, and it's like, you know, I have a really bad feeling, and I don't like being here. Although my neighbors are very nice, just don't trust them. I know it's sad, but you know, they're very nice. They're not mean, but you know, I still, as to what I'm seeing, what's going on around here, you know, this black young man walking through the neighborhood. I walked in the neighborhood with my pit bull dog. A lot of people are prejudiced against pit bulls. They look at them as vicious wild animals, even though they're domesticated, and you're supposed to know how to control your own animal so they won't harm anyone. But I'm a black person walking with the pit bull through this predominantly white neighborhood, and I was talking to my dad, like, I just don't feel comfortable, you know, walking my own animal through the neighborhood. Is that sad? It really is sad. It really is sad that you're a black person, you don't feel comfortable walking through your own neighborhood. You know, so I wanted to share that with you guys briefly, and also I wanted to show another video. Now, I get you black people, I get it, y'all want to go out there, I get it that y'all want to go out here and y'all want to confront this, I think he's a veteran, this white guy who was going up against this young black guy. I get it, but someone said something very important, and I'm going to read the comment to you. This guy says, I think his name is Gent and Scholar. He said, proceed with conscience. Oh Lord, proceed with caution. He might be waiting with the rifle by the window. I wouldn't step on his property. He might tragically be waiting for a reason. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to him. Be careful out there, family. And I know y'all probably gonna get me on my reading, but I slur my words a whole lot. I've always had that problem. So I have not a speech impediment, but I do have an issue with slurring my words. So please don't come on here and pick at me because of how the way I speak. I think that's disrespectful. Comment might get deleted. I can do that. YouTube gives me that power to delete your comments. So anyway, yes, when we are out here, black people, and I said this last year and I'm gonna say it again, I made so many videos on this, we have to hold our composure. We have to hold ourselves together. I think somebody had posted a video of a black man and he was talking to a news reporter, and a lot of people were saying that, dude, like, you had that opportunity to open your, mind. This was just a recent video. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you guys.
You look there. Now you can see. Now you can see.
Y'all be twisting up the story.
You want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to me? Okay, cool. No, don't take my mic, but we're cool. Okay. What's your name?
What's my name? My name is my name.
All right. So tell me what you think about what's going on here.
What I think about this is all the press and all the extra shit y'all do makes this worse.
You think so?
Yes. When people want to protest, they shouldn't do it in front of a fucking police courthouse. Shit like that. You get what the fuck I'm saying?
I want you to be careful. I really do.
Of what?
Of anything that can hit you. Of anything that can hit you. Look at all the stuff. Of this.
Of what?
Of this.
Do it look like I'm scared?
No, you don't.
Do it look like I'm scared?
You don't.
Exactly. Y'all need to get up out of here with all that twisting up the media ass shit.
Okay.
Real shit.
You don't know me, but we're going to get to know each other. That's what we're going to do.
Know each other,
yes,
huh?
we are. We are.
How you gonna know me?
We're gonna talk. I'm gonna share a number with you. All right, let's do it.
No, let's do it right here.
Let's do it. All right, here's my phone. Let's go ahead and share a number.
Talk about something that's real.
Tell me what's real.
Y'all just gonna edit out the shit.
We're live.
And then y'all gonna edit out some other shit.
We're live right now.
You're not fucking live.
I'm live right now.
I don't care if you live or not.
Okay.
Get away from here with all that media shit that y'all doing.
Right now.
Look.
We're with CNN.
Then take that camera all the way the fuck up there then.
We are going up there.
Take it all the way the fuck up there. Y'all doing all the extra shit for the backhand shit to make people look all crazier than what the fuck they are.
All right, then you watch us because that's where we're going. All right, so everybody's got a hot head right now, as you might imagine, because it is really, really hot right now.
But when we have the opportunity, we need to keep ourselves together, and we need to make sure that when we have the opportunity to keep ourselves calm and cool and collective and speak our minds, because that's what these people, especially these white folks, everybody wants to see a black person go crazy and say, see, I told you black people can't keep their cool. No, we can. We can keep our cool. And these, like, even the what his name is, Dwight Wright mother, she was saying that, hey, let's be peaceful, let's be calm. We don't need to be going in these stores tearing up. No. What I talked about earlier, like the warrants, the taser, this is stuff that we need to fix. We need to figure out a way to how can we fix this better? What can we do? What we need to go to these meetings. There's a lot of meetings in my neighborhood, your neighborhood. We need to go to them. We need to talk to, I don't know if you guys know, but there is a way that you can set up appointments and meetings to actually sit down with the governors and what's the other, I'm trying to find the name, but it's a meeting with the, people like us, that you actually can sit down and you can talk to them and say, hey, this is what we want to see. You can actually make these meetings and you can actually sit down and talk to governors, because that's who you need to talk to, is the governors, the mayors. They're over the police and the police department. They can change things around. They can change rules and laws around. So I saw a lot of I'm gonna tell you right now, there was a lot of black people that I know was doing that last year, and I really do commend you guys for doing that. That is actually making a change in the black community. This whole thing of screaming and yelling and tearing up stores, that is not doing anything. We need to actually get out and do something, and that's motivating me to do things to myself. I've done in the past, but now it's really motivating me that, hey, I need to really focus on what can I do to stop, what can I do, where meetings I can go at where I can express my feelings, like, hey, maybe y'all need to do this instead, because this is not working, because I'm tired of seeing my innocent black people getting killed. So that is one way of saying it, and them changing laws and stuff around, because I know, if you guys don't know, that in California they have a CAREN Act law where if you call the police on a person for no reason at all, you're gonna get locked up. So I want to bring that out too. See, things like that, that's a step forward. Let's get these people who want to call the police on us for walking through our own damn neighborhoods. Yeah, let's call the police on them. Shoot, get them locked up. That law should be everywhere. These cops that don't know how to use a gun and don't know how to use a taser, I'm sorry, they shouldn't be a cop. I don't think they should be a cop. I think you guys need to have them go, y'all need to do a better job of training the policemen. But I'm sorry, if you can't tell between a taser and a gun, you just don't need to be a cop. Because that's just how I feel. That's just my opinion. You just don't need to be a cop at all. You don't know what you're doing. So let me know what y'all think of this video. There was so much more I want to talk about. I can talk about this I can make a whole hour-long, 2-hour-long video of the tasers and the warrants. It's crazy. But the police department has to do better. We have to do better. The white people that's living in these white predominant neighborhoods, you're gonna see black folks that got money. So y'all gotta learn how to live with us. Alright? So let me know what y'all think below of the video. Please be respectful to me and to other people down in the comment area. Depending on your comment, it might get deleted or banned. Alright? But as for now, I shall see y'all later. Peace. So sexy.